In the recent time, Narcotics Control Bureau has made a big seizure from national capital. What we are learning is that around 50 kg of heroin, 47 kg of other suspected drugs and rupees 30 lakh in cash has been recovered by NCB. To speak more on this, I'm also joined with the Director General of NCB, SN Pradhan. So it's a big seizure in the recent times. If you could share the more details about this and where has the investigation reached so far?
In the night itself, there were some more achievements, but I'll not be able to reveal those. As was suspected, the wires and the connections seem to be far and wide, and it is a pan-India network spreading from the western coast to the northern territories and northern areas of the country. And of course, it has connections with Pakistan, Afghanistan, and other places in the Middle East. So all in all, it's a big network. It's kind of a syndicate, drug syndicate that works both for commercial interests and for strategic interests of other countries to harm India. And I'm glad that we have now busted this, and there could be more to come.
So one thing you have mentioned that it has connections with Pakistan and other countries also. The person who has been arrested, could you please share details about this person also, or what kind of things he used to do?
The only thing I can tell you is he was in the business of both trading and also manufacturing. Trading in the sense that they used to get their heroin through the sea route and other routes. In fact, there are connections of the Atari seizure recently and the DRI seizure at Kandala also with this. So it is all in all a mega racket, as I would say, and multiple agencies and multiple agents are involved in this. The person who has been arrested, the only thing I can reveal is that he has been doing this for a long time, is what we feel and what we have found in investigation. There are, of course, points to be investigated further, and that he's a nodal point of a bigger network where multiple agents are involved, some for financing, some for trading, some for supply side, some for handling the transportation. So all in all, as I said, it's a huge, complicated involved network, and we have to get to the bottom of this.
Also, sir, like you rightly mentioned that you have to get to the bottom, sir. We have also heard about the reports of raids being conducted in parts of Uttar Pradesh. Did it take place in Muzaffarnagar or in some parts of western Uttar Pradesh?
I cannot reveal you the exact places, but Muzaffarnagar is already on the radar. It's out in the public domain. Kairana is out on the radar. But there will be other places, I suspect, and there will be probably more places within Delhi and outside of Delhi. States like Haryana, Uttarakhand, maybe other places will be involved. And it could be also parts of the western states in the country. So it is unraveling as we speak. And I cannot place a limit on the length and the breadth of the network.
Sir, also one more important fact that you have recovered around rupees 30 lakh in cash. Was this cash which has been recovered or the cash which they had earlier being used to fuel anti-India protests? Because this is what also we have learned.
That is something which is not right exactly in the domain of NCB, although if investigation reveals that, we will also pass it on to the concerned agencies, which will do a better job of that because they are specialized in this, of finding the international and the terrorist angle to this, or the narco-terror angle to this, or the terror financing angle to this. But yes, that cannot be ruled out.
And also, sir, how big is this? Because we have seen this is happening in recent times in national capital itself, and that also in Shaheen Bagh in Jamia Nagar. How big is this, sir?
Well, this is big primarily because of one thing. The denominator of the seizures so far has been, big seizures so far has been the maritime front. Ports, you have had big seizures at the ports. The Mundra seizure, the JNPT seizure, the Kandala seizures, they are on the ports. So that is understandable, it has come through the container, etc., etc. But this is inside the mainland and in the capital territory. This is a huge seizure in the capital territory, one of the biggest in the recent times. And it is both the supplied heroin that has arrived here and is stocked, and also there are chemicals that have been found and contraband that have been found that are suspect to be used to spike and adulterate and mix with the pure heroin that has been found to make more drugs. Now let us put this to scale. A 50 kg pure heroin can be converted into multiples of lakhs and crores of packets to be distributed across the country. I mean, potentially that is the kind of damage it can do. And if it is spiked, if it is adulterated, then 50 kgs may be converted into a few tons. So that is the damage potential that hopefully has been prevented, and hopefully we'll be able to prevent other such stocks from being released into the market and doing the damage to the country.
So last question, a very important one. Like you also mentioned, it has connections with Dubai and countries like Pakistan. How did it reach there, and that also via land route?
Well, this is to be revealed in the investigation whether this particular consignment has come through the land route or the sea route. We suspect it could be a combination. But the point remains is that it is a multi-country racket. And there is, crime has no religion. Organized crime has no religion. So there are Indians involved, there are Pakistanis involved, and they are of all types of background, with all combination of religions involved, and they are operating out of Dubai. Some of the kingpins may be in Dubai is what we suspect. They may be aligned with the Pakistani syndicates, Afghan syndicates, Indian syndicates, where everybody is involved. So we have to get to the bottom of this, and hopefully sooner than later we'll come to the bottom.
More people are on radar?
Absolutely. More people, more places, and more rackets, more syndicates, smaller and bigger, are on the radar.
सर हिंदी में जानना चाहूँगा रिपब्लिक भारत के दर्शकों के लिए, बहुत बड़ा रैकेट बस्ट किया है सर. अब दिल्ली राजधानी के अंदर इतना बड़ा रैकेट, इतनी भारी मात्रा में हीरोइन मिलना और फिर सस्पेक्टेड ड्रग्स मिलना और कैश मिलना, कितना बड़ा ये ऑपरेशन था, और अभी अगर हम इन्वेस्टिगेशन की बात करें तो कहाँ तक पहुँची?
देखिए, ये बड़ा इस मायने में था कि आप जितने भी सीजर्स हुए हैं पिछले दिनों, एक साल के अंदर अगर देखा जाए, तो उस दरमियान जो सीजर्स बड़े हुए हैं हीरोइन के, तो वो पोर्ट्स पे हुए हैं, मतलब मैरीटाइम फ्रंट पे, कोस्ट लाइन पे हुए हैं, मेनलैंड के अंदर आकर नहीं हुए हैं. ये पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है रिसेंट टाइम्स में कि 50 किलो और उससे ज़्यादा नार्कोटिक्स और भी सस्पेक्ट नार्कोटिक्स मिला है मेनलैंड में, और वो भी नेशनल कैपिटल टेरिटरी में, दिल्ली के अंदर, राजधानी, देश की राजधानी के अंदर. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा सिनिस्टर डिज़ाइन था. इसको लेकर इसको आगे फिर अडल्ट्रेट करके और पैकेट्स बना के और डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना. तो इसका कहाँ तक तार जुड़ा हुआ है इसको देखना होगा, लेकिन ये इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है कि एक बड़ा रैकेट था, बड़ा नेटवर्क था, और इसका उद्भेदन बहुत ज़रूरी है देश के हित के लिए, देश के युवाओं के हित के लिए, और जड़ से इसको मिटाने के लिए.
दिल्ली में इतनी बड़ी मात्रा में मिलना ड्रग्स का, और राजधानी के इस इलाके में शायद.
And that was the NCB chief SN Pradhan speaking exclusively to Republic after it seized a huge cache of narcotic substances amounting to almost 100 kilograms in Delhi's Shaheen Bagh. The NCB has now also confirmed that an international drug trafficking network is behind the racket that was based out of Shaheen Bagh. In fact, let's take a look at this report as to what really transpired and how the NCB managed to get the lead in seizing the 100 kilogram of narcotic substances from Delhi's Shaheen Bagh.
At 5:50 p.m. on Thursday, news broke of the Narcotics Control Bureau seizing nearly 100 kgs of contraband from Shaheen Bagh.
जामिया नगर शाहीन बाग से 50 किलोग्राम हीरोइन, 47 किलोग्राम सस्पेक्टेड नार्कोटिक्स, 30 लाख नगद और नकदी काउंटिंग की मशीन्स और तमाम सारा मटेरियल एक रेजिडेंशियल प्रेमाइस से बरामद किया है.
As per NCB, the recovery is a part of a larger investigation into a racket that runs deep within but controlled from outside India.
जो लिंक्स उभर कर आ रहे हैं वो तार पाकिस्तान, अफगानिस्तान, मिडल ईस्ट, दुबई और देशों से जुड़ रहे हैं, और ऐसे इस दिशा में है जो कहा जा सकता है कि इसको नार्को टेरर से भी लिंक्ड होने की पूरी संभावना है. और इसलिए अभी ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन का मैटर है और मैं जैसा कह रहा हूँ कि ये नेटवर्क और भी आगे मिलता जाएगा, ऐसी पूरी उम्मीद है और उस पर कार्रवाई हो रही है। अभी मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ और रात भर मुझे लगता है आज NCB की कार्रवाई भी चलेगी और कुछ गिरफ्तारियाँ भी होगी, ऐसी उम्मीद है।